Now we begin with Las Vegas, where this all started. The FBI Western Regional Office. Now we begin. From 2003 to 2007, someone regularly broke into my home and rearranged my furniture. Literally rearranged. Like, changed the couch, move a chair. It was insanity. In 2007, I transferred to Nevada, believing that if I took a new job and started a new life in a new state, whoever was obsessed with rearranging my living room would be left 300 miles away in another state. By April of 2007, I was the business analyst for the security and surveillance business units for MGM Mirage Resorts International, and I had 24 business owners. The two business owners that would cause the most problems for me was a vice president of security for Bellagio Hotel, Stephen Koenig, and a director of surveillance for the Mirage, Ted Whiting. There was a third man involved who was the vice president of corporate security. He and I worked at the same level in the corporate structure, meaning we were the umbrella over all of the business units. His name was Kyle. We'll get to him later. He is the direct link to the FBI. And yes, I have receipts. I have a financial trail. By the summer of 2007, Ted Whiting had gotten a bug up his butt about my DD-214 and the fact that I checked the box veteran on my employment application. He opened an entire investigation on the basis that I lied on my application. Now, I wasn't really worried about my DD-214. I really wasn't worried about anybody finding out about the military because at that time, unless you had 3 key pieces of information, you would not be able to find any details about me other than my DD-214. In other words, you had to have more than a social security number to get anything other than the document that they are served publicly, which is pretty much just a blank piece of paper with my name and some dates. That's it. And it was this document that sent Ted Whiting into an absolute obsessive mission to out me as some sort of criminal, as some kind of, who knows. He was bound and determined to prove that I was a very, very bad person. Ted Whiting pushed so hard against the Department of Defense and the U.S. Air Force that he made waves. Word got back. And then my life got ugly. Because while the Department of Defense and the U.S. Air Force were saying, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, you have absolutely no reason to be asking these questions, Ted Whiting turned around and used all of his personal connections with the FBI Western Regional Office and had them open an investigation on me. For stolen valor. For trying to find some crime that I had committed. Because my DD-214 was fraudulent. That was not a legal document. Now, it took me a long time to figure out who these men were that kept reaching out randomly. Oh my goodness, I found you. It took me about 18 months to a year to figure out that every one of these men who approached me had massive liability, like years in prison liability. And they were veterans. And they had been part of either CID or SHARP at one point in their service. They leveraged criminal veterans against me to get information. And I knew they were doing it. And since none of them had the right words, the right language, the right years, the right locations, I gave up nothing. And in fact, I lied about a lot because I knew they had the wrong data.